Now let's try to solve this quadratic equation using all the 4 methods. So first method is using factorization. So how to do the factorization is, see, whenever you don't have whenever x square quotient is 1, directly see that the product of two numbers is equal to this and the sum of the numbers is equal to this. But whenever a is not equal to 1, now product of two numbers should be equal to the a into c, and the sum of two numbers should be equal to this b. Right? Now find such numbers which are satisfying whatever I told you now, and once you get this, you can easily find the factorization. So now product of two numbers has to be -4 and the sum of two numbers has to be 3. Now what will those numbers be? -4 and 1, right? So okay, 4 and -1, right? So because sum has to be 3, right? So 4 and -1, therefore I am writing it this way, 4 minus 1. Right? You leave the first term and last term as it is and split the middle term using those two numbers, right? 4 and -x. Now after you get this, you can clearly pull out 2x as common from these two terms and -1 as common from these two terms. Now again you can pull out x plus 2 as common from these two terms. Then you are going to get 2x minus 1 and x plus 2, right? Now if you observe this, product of two numbers is equal to 0, therefore at least one of them has to be 0, right? Or both of them can be 0. In that case, this one can be 0 or this one can be 0. Now if this one is 0, then you get that x equal to 1 by 2. If this one is 0, then you get that x has to be -2. Therefore for x equal to 1 by 2, this equation will be satisfied, or for x equal to -2, this equation will be satisfied. Therefore the two required roots are 1 by 2 and -2. And now if you see the second method, where we are going to write it as squares, now you can see that there is this a there, right? A is not equal to 1. So whenever a is not equal to 1, you better try to get it in a form where a is equal to 1. So why we are trying to do it is, when I write it as x minus b or x plus b whole square, then the first term is going to be x square, right? So just to maintain that form, I'll try to make it as 1. So divide the entire equation by 2. Then what do you get? X square plus 3 by 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Right? Now you can write the square form in such a way that you are going to get these two terms. These two terms are covered, right? For that reason, I am going to write x plus 3 by 4 whole square. Now if I write like this, it is going to give me x square plus 2 into 3 by 4x, which is going to give me 3 by 2x, right? Minus, so you are going to get one extra term, which is plus 3 by 4 whole square. For that reason, you have to write it as minus 3 by 4 whole square, and anyway -1 is there, so leave it there. Now what do you get? If you simplify it, you are going to get x plus 3 by 4 whole square equal to 25 by 14. Now when a square of a number is equal to 25 by 14, that number could either be 5 by 4 or minus 5 by 4, right? Therefore x plus 3 by 4 can either be plus 5 by 4 or minus 5 by 4. Now you take one time 5 by 4 and take one time minus 5 by 4, and you just find out what could be the values of x. So you are going to get x equal to 1 by 2 or -2. Now let's see the third method here. Okay, now the third method is using the formula. So for the formula, you should find out what are a, b and c in the equation. Now a is 2, b is 3 and c is -2. Then you can directly substitute in the formula. So what is the formula? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now minus b means -3 plus or minus square root of b square. B square means 9 minus 4ac. 4 into 2 into -2 divided by 2a. Right? So now you are going to get this equation. So if you solve it, again you are going to get 1 by 2 and -2. Now the third one is, the last method is, fourth method is using the graph method. Now you can plot the graph, right? On x-axis it is nothing but x, and on y-axis you can put this entire expression 2x square minus 3x, sorry, plus 3x minus 2, left hand side of the equation. And now if you try to solve it, for x equal to 0, you are going to see the value of that expression as -2, and this expression is going to be 0 whenever x equal to 1 by 2 or -2. Got it? and for a value of so that is it. So you can take other values and you can plot it, but we rarely use this method, right? So when to use which method is if you are comfortable with factorization, which means if you can get the numbers directly, go with that. If you don't get the numbers, go with the formula, right? And we don't really use that graph method always. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay, IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities or 50 lakh universities, but whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.